Good day, everyone. So I will be presenting the Fusion 360 Generative Design from Autodesk. Just to explain to you who I am, the next slide. I am Tian Rabi, and I am the Applications Engineer for Baines. Just a little bit about Baines. Who is Baines? I'm not going to go through every single point. It's going to take us a little while, so I'm going to just read through the important stuff. We are the fastest growing design and technology partner in South Africa. Autodesk authorized gold partner that specializes in a few fields. We are specialists in Autodesk CAM. CAM stands for computer aided manufacturing. We are a fully Autodesk authorized training center. We are the exclusive partner of Adabar. We have been advocating blended learning for years. We are a Devotech IDaaS partner. We are an HP hardware business partner. We are a TopCon partner, also Leica BLK 360, and we are BEE level 2. What we believe in, Baines believes in designing a better world. We have a technological role to play in influencing the right impact of design in today's changing world. In delivering a better project or product, we have the proven ability to engage with the consult with our clients to improve the delivery of any project or any manufactured product. In technology adoption to produce results, technology is just a tool, but with our expertise, we can ensure it produces tangible results that impact the bottom line. Our industry expertise, what are we good in? There's a few stuff that we are good in: buildings and construction, civil engineering and infrastructure, product design and manufacturing, and also process plant, energy, and mining. I'm not going to read everything. Getting started with generative design, gain an introductory knowledge of generative design, learn how to access generative design in Fusion 360, learn generative design workflows and design considerations, find out how to get additional help and also support. On the agenda for this webinar, introduction to generative design, getting started, generative design, and then there's a sample project with some videos that I will show you guys, closing and next steps, and also a quick Q&A if there's any questions. We're going to start with introduction to generative design. There's a quick video that I want you to look at and listen to what the people say. It's just people telling their experience working with Fusion 360 generative design and how it bettered their company. By integrating artificial intelligence, we can for the first time use the term graph in streaming, having the computer as a partner in the design. Not concentrating on mastering too long, we just master the problem of integrating computer. That can be able to design that perfect design. Okay, so from this video, the one guy said that there's not one solution, but there's a multitude of solutions. That's what generative design does with Fusion 360. It gives you not one solution, but a whole bunch of solutions that you can use. The lady also said that when you come up with a concept or a design, you use the product or the program to put that into action, designing it, and then send it out for produce. So the nice thing about Fusion 360 generative design is it comes up with solutions which you can select from a list of solutions and choose the materials that you want and the design that you like best. I think that's quite nice. So I'm going to go to the next slide now. On this slide, you will see the first one is 2D documentation. You can create 2D drawings from your Fusion 360 designs, which enables you to generate PDF and DWG documentation of your Fusion 360 model. Now, when a drawing is created, it is generated as a derived document of a Fusion 360 model, and it shows up in the data panel as a unique item in the active project. The next one we will go to is the 3D part of generative design. So Fusion 360 takes your ideas and makes them real. Fusion 360 helps students and educators prepare for the future of design. It's the first 3D CAD, CAM, and CAE tool of its kind. Now, CAM, like I said earlier, means computer-aided manufacturing, and CAE is computer-aided engineering. Connecting your entire product development process into one cloud-based platform. Now, the part that we want to see is the generative design part. Generative design gives you the ability to select multiple manufacturing methods, from additive to 3 or more axis milling and more, to quickly explore numerous solutions for your design and engineering challenges, presenting you with a range of solutions that that meet your goals. The generative design software gives you the option to explore the various outcomes and even bring the solutions back into your CAD program to refine the design. So as you can see in these 3 sections, you will begin with a 2D drawing, basically a concept, a design, the documentation part, putting it into action in your 3D, reactive to see what it will look like as a 3D model, working with stress analysis, seeing if it will work, seeing if the material is strong enough, and then you come up with your proactive, that which is your documentation of your generative design. And on the bottom on the right hand side bottom, just on top of the generative design word, you will see there are a few solutions, but it's one concept, one design that gives you more solutions with maybe different materials, and you can choose the best design that will suit you best. On the next slide, how does Autodesk Generative Design help the product development process? I'm going to show you 2 graphs here. This one is traditional. I want you to look at this. The iteration phase over here with the concepts, and the design to production phase, which is manufacturing and evaluation, validation, and then at the end, you're going to produce. When we go to the next slide, you will see the difference between the generative design and the light grayed areas is the traditional phase. So look at the difference between the 2, where generative design produced much earlier than the traditional side. So on the bottom of that graph, you will see the productivity increase, which is in light blue, where you can see the difference in how much better generative design will be than the rest. On our next slide, we will begin with design exploration. Design exploration examines multiple design options and review trade-offs in materials, performance, and manufacturing methods. Design for additive. The generative design process takes additive constraints and material properties into account. What do we mean by additive manufacturing? Additive manufacturing is the official industry standard term, ASTM F2792, for all applications of the technology. It is defined as the process of joining materials to make objects from 3D model data, usually layer upon layer, as opposed to subtractive manufacturing methods of methodology. Part consolidation. To maximize the potential of additive manufacturing, consolidate multiple components into solid parts. So what does generative design do? It takes, like the part consolidation explained, multiple components, let's say 8 components, and puts it into one component, which is much better because you save money and your product will be lighter and stronger at the end of the day. As you can see here, generative design and additive manufacturing, about 150 design options that you get, where on the image on the left-hand side and the image on the right-hand side has the same purpose. So on the left-hand side, there's 8 components, and on the right-hand side, there's only 1 component. So they changed 8 components into one part, which is 40% lighter and 20% stronger. And that is exactly what you want at the end of the day. You want to save money, you want your product to be lighter, but also to be stronger at the same time. And that's only possible if you use Fusion 360 Generative Design. This is a video. Sorry about that. So in this video, you could see from the previous slide as well that they took a bracket that you use for your seat belt that usually is about 8 components. They wanted that to be much stronger than what it was and also very lighter. So then at the end of the day, your car will be lighter. So they took 8 components, used generative design for Fusion 360 and made it into one part. On the slide, you will see generative design is not exclusive to additive manufacturing. Okay, we'll jump to the next slide, the next video as well. Okay, so in this video, you could see that you come up with a concept and you put it in action using Fusion 360 Generative Design. So you come up with the design, go to a machine or a laser cutter, it depends on the industry, and then you give it to the machine on a memory stick, USB, and you can cut multiple designs from that design you created. What is different? Autodesk Generative Design is a manufacturing-aware technology. The design exploration sends hundreds and thousands of higher-performing design options. Manufacturing-aware, additive and subtractive, multiple materials. So on the right-hand side, you will see there are a few images with the same concept. So to me, this looks like a platform. It's the same concept with different designs and maybe different materials and these are all solutions. So whatever problem you have, you can pick any one of these solutions, which is the same concept that they designed, and the generative design from Fusion 360 gives you multiple solutions that you can pick from. Which one you like most, you can just select and there's your design. Also, open design space exploration, multiple product methods, and a CAD-ready geometry. Now, getting started. Fusion 360 generative design is run on the cloud, can be run on the cloud. The cloud consumption is about 25 cloud credits for solve and 100 cloud credits for download. Now, you would always want to know how many cloud credits would you need to run Fusion 360 on the cloud. About 100 credits is needed, and the cost of about 1 credit running your program on the cloud is $1 for American dollars. Now, when you need about 100 cloud credits, you will have to pay $100 to get 100 cloud credits. The trial access, you will see on the top, there's a link that you can use to log in to the Autodesk website, and then this page on the bottom, this image that you see here, will pop up. Now, if you are a little unsure if you would want to use Fusion 360 and if it will be good for your company or for yourself, you can always just try the free trial first and then work with it for 30 days. The free trial is only valid for 30 days, then it will expire. And then after those 30 days, I'm sure that you will be able to see if you will use Fusion 360, and then you can subscribe or buy the product. So there's the link on the top that you can use to get to this page. So this is the Getting Started package, Understanding Generative Design. When you go to the Autodesk website for Fusion 360, you will see there are a few options and a few videos explaining a how-to guide basically on Fusion 360 and generative design. So the first video you will see there is an overview of generative design. The next one right is generative user interface. And when you get to this page and you scroll down, you will see there are a little bit more videos, explanations, helping you understand generative design on Fusion 360. On the bottom of that image, you will see there's a link. That link will take you to this Autodesk page. The adoption portal. Adoption portal is you basically being the parent of Fusion 360 or the generative design. So when you go to that link on the top that says adoption portal, you will basically adopt this Fusion 360 program generative design. The generative design sample project. So someone had to design or create a new bracket for a GE jet engine airplane. So on the right hand side on the bottom, you will see there are a few different designs for brackets that the people created. What the people wanted at the end of the day is for the brackets to be lighter in weight than what they had currently, and then also be much stronger than it was. So the only option that they had was to use Fusion 360 Generative Design, and they did come up with multiple solutions, as you will see for the next few slides. So first, on the left-hand side, you will see functional and manufacturing requirements. There will be requirements that will help you and guide you to design the right, in this instance, bracket that will not break while they will be using it. So the program will make sure that your bracket or your design, whatever you will design, will be strong enough for the purpose of what it's going to be used for. In the middle, you will see the definition of a design problem. That's the design problem. And on the right-hand side is what you would want at the end of the day. The generated design alternatives. Those are the solutions that the program gives you that you can select from. On this slide, you will see these are the requirements. Now, the requirements include the material, the optimization objectives, the strength, everything that you can think of. So on the bottom in the 4 blocks, the first block, you will see it tells you it's 8,000 pounds up that this bracket can pull or take. 8,500 pounds from the right pulling to the left, 9,500 pounds diagonal, and then also a 500 pound inwards. So this image on the right hand side on the top will show you these are the points where it will be, let's say, fastened. And then on the bottom image, you will see this is like a stress analysis, where the blue color shows you that's good, that's what you would want to see in your stress analysis, where that's a very good point on your design. The red, you can see there, the red is more or less almost everywhere where there's circles or openings. It does not mean that your bracket or your design will break. It just means, and it shows you, that is the points or the space on your design or on your part that is the weakest. So blue means your part is the strongest there, and the red means weakest. But it does not mean it will break. Just a few images showing from the bracket to the design space, and then the different geometry types, which is obstacle and preserve. The preserve is to keep in, and the obstacle is to keep out. A demonstration video. Look at this video and listen to what she has to say. Okay, so in this video, you could see they also showed the 2 graphs showing the difference between the traditional way and the generative design way when you have to produce. So you could see the one in color was generative design, where she explained to you how much better generative design is than any other designs programs that includes the traditional design ways. Closing and next steps. Again, adoption portal. Please go to the link and adopt this program. It's just going to be better for yourself. And then also, again, understanding the generative design with the link. If you missed it previously, there's the link again, showing you the videos, tutorials, descriptions, everything that you need to understand how generative design works and what it does. And then a trial access link again. Like I said earlier, if you feel like you do want to understand Fusion 360, but you do not want to buy it yet, please go download the free trial there on the top right corner. You will see free trial. You click on that and you use it for 30 days. Questions and answers. I'm going to show you some frequently asked questions that's been asked quite a lot. Is generative design available for education? No, it is not currently. Generative design is only available for commercial Fusion 360 subscriptions. How much does one cloud credit cost? Like I said earlier, you would need about 100 cloud credits to use Fusion 360 generative design on the cloud or online, and one credit is about $1, which will cost you at the end of the day 100 American dollars. Can you trial generative design? Yes, you can. Like I showed you earlier, you can download a Fusion 3 trial for 30 days to use for a generative design project. And does Autodesk's generative design account for non-linear and or dynamic simulation cases? Generative design currently offers solutions for linear static stress cases. And that was the webinar. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something new and want to try Fusion 360 generative design. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Please give a phone call to Baker Baines, or you can email me. My email isn't on this page, but I will tell you. It is Tian, Tian, @bakerbaines.com. Thank you very much.